holidays are upon us. Obviously, there's some people that coming up and having to endure that special relative, or communicating with that person on boundaries, and have the opportunity to even joyfully have some give and take. The holidays can definitely be stressful on relationships. So here to get us through them, Dr. Margaret Cochran.
Hi.
Thank you so much for showing up and
Thanks
getting us through the holidays. You're willing? You're willing to walk us through the holidays?
I'll do my best.
It's I just asked you. That's got to be a time for you that's difficult, because you're so busy helping so many other families that. I mean, who's asking you how your holidays are, sister?
Well, one of the toughest things about this time of year is that starting in late August, the light begins to change. And as a result of that, we don't get as much natural full spectrum light as we do in the summer. And for some people, that's really a problem. And they develop something called SAD, or seasonal affective disorder. So a lot of people that seem curmudgeonly and they say, oh, I hate the holidays, what they're really suffering from is seasonal affective disorder.
Something behind
There is something behind that, and it's also fixable.
Well, how?
Well, one of the best things you can do is find ways to expose yourself to full spectrum natural light. Now, of course, outdoors is the best, but sometimes it's raining or inclement in some way.
Right.
So you can get what are called little light books. They have them at stores everywhere, and it's just a bunch of full spectrum light bulbs. You can put it up by your computer or where you're reading and watching TV, and you can get your full spectrum light that way.
Excellent. That's so you've just done it. You've taken us one step through the holidays right there by getting us a little extra light when it's windy and freezing and rainy outside.
And vitamin D is very important as well.
Okay. Let's talk about, we talked about it a little bit about the holidays and what some family dynamics, they're often challenging, and they come up and
loads of fun.
or loads of fun.
Loads of fun, absolutely.
But how do we do it? Let's break it down. Some tips, some thoughts from you, the expert, about how you get through some of those tough times with maybe family members that are posing a great challenge.
Well, the real key is if you don't do the same old thing the same old way, they can't either. And what that comes down to is don't take the bait. If you have a family member who likes to go neener, neener, neener at you, and you just bite and launch it, they've got you. They're controlling you at that point. So all you have to do when someone says neener, neener, neener is say, no, thank you. I think I'll have some eggnog.
So just don't engage.
Just don't engage.
A lot of this comes down, I've talked to you before about this, about just communication. There's so much of this that's wrapped up into communication.
Yes.
What are some ways that you're coaching people into using their communication skills more effectively to overcome some of the neener opportunities?
The neener effect. Well, really it's about being authentic and not having expectations. For example, if I have a history with you that's somewhat less than positive.
Which, it's okay, it's out there now.
Absolutely not. If it's somewhat less than positive, I'm going to tend to approach you in a fearful way, expecting negative things. But if I change my mindset coming in to our conversation, what I'm going to begin to do is, instead of being defensive and making statements, I'm going to start asking you questions. Like, let's take Weird Uncle Frank, or Strange Aunt May.
So weird,
every
so
family
strange.
has,
Yes,
every family has those. Well, rather than saying, ooh, I have to do this again, you might